football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Michigan Wolverines offense to go on the attack first. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown, and you're Ohio State, and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all.
There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. They'll give it to him again. Here's a little room there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. When you can give them that rock, get a first down. Those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes. Just hit you in the mouth.
They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll run it. It's Cross. He's stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. And a lot of pressure on these two quarterbacks. They know the guy on the other side can put points on the board.
Flip. 28-29 bounce. 28-29 bounce. Yeah, ready.
Running inside, it's West. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Fires deep on the run. Reels it in down the left side. Off and right. Touchdown, Ohio State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. These games really matter.
Makes a grab and room to run. Smashes ahead. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Looking for a gap. It's West. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the counter play. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's fired. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the second straight play. Tries to get it on the ground. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's West. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air. It's fired. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He got it beat down in bounds. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game, and we're here late in the 2nd quarter. You got to give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've done a nice job taking him away and limiting his damage. Let's see if they can keep it up, though, because when
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's fired. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Touchdown, Michigan! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. The throw. Snags it over the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Under fire. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get free from way downtown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolverines will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Again, it's Underwood. Under fire. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the Virginia Cavaliers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Sprinting away! Big play on that one as he works The run inside. It's West. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Floats it out in space. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Cross. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Cross. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Trying to cut through the noise. Zings it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. And they always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Dropping back, it's Byard. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking for space. It's West.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll off one deep down the left side. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well give it to him again. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The run from the shotgun. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Byard. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man across the middle. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Personal foul.
When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they...
Caught, and he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown! Michigan! That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's fired. Bringing the heat. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. They cross out all of the M's on campus.